Hello. So I was originally going to be posting a hands and feet video, but I did get a comment on my last video asking to go over muscles. The question was kind of vague, like I don't know what muscles you want me to go over, or if you just want me to do muscles in general. So I'm just going to take it as you want me to go over muscles in general. I think I'm going to start off with the muscles of the bean, just because our limbs are connected to the bean. That's where they go off of. So it's useful to see how the muscles go in and attach to that. So before we do that, we need to make sure we start off with our bones. Of course, we're going to kind of draw our bean, not entirely bean shaped, but draw your ribs, draw your pelvis, and then we're going to build off from there. Right here. So I got my rib cage here. Let's bring this up a little higher. And then I'm going to have my pelvis right here. All right. So the way that I like to break down my muscles, at least for the bean, is breaking it down into the chest, the rib cage, the abdomen, and the obliques. So I'm going to we're going to utilize what we learned last lesson, put in that little circle for the neck, and then our collarbones. So our chest our chest starts right below the collarbone, and of course our chest starts off in the middle. The shape of the chest is going to look a lot like this, kind of like a square looking shape, a little bit, at least for a very muscular chest. So also realize that when I'm drawing muscles, they're kind of like ideal human proportions, but kind of cater it to whoever you're drawing. Now if you look at the muscles in the chest, they actually start in this corner and end in this corner here. They're made up of a lot of tiny fibers. All right. This is how I like to draw in the muscles for the body. Now the reason why I start off with the rib cage is because it's kind of doing a lot of the work for me already. Because right here, if I were to put in what comes next, right underneath our chest, you got a little bit of hang space, is our abdomen. And this shape right here kind of already outlines that. I'm going to draw kind of a... Oh, that's a little too high. Draw what you think an abdomen would look like. Right? Of course, again, another line in the middle. You can kind of separate it, the abs, to how you want. Abdomen is what keeps 1, 2, 3, 6 pack, yeah. Abdomen is what keeps all our organs inside. I like to put the navel around like right at the top of the pelvis. At this point, again, like I said, the rib cage is kind of already doing a lot of the work for us in terms of the muscles right here in the body. I'm not going 100% super specific. I'm just kind of outlining the most important parts. Here we have our obliques. Ab muscles are horizontal. And then I think these muscles go like straight down. This is kind of like your groin area right here. This is where your groin area would be. Now, the reason why I start off with the bean is because from here you can start to get into the legs. So we got our pelvis again, of course, starting right in the middle of the circle. I'm kind of jumping around all of this. You're actually going to see kind of the back muscles from here too if they're really muscular. But let's try in my leg bones. I'm not going to draw the leg muscles just yet, just the part of the leg muscles that go into the torso. So these leg muscles, yeah, are going to come in all the way up here, right? This is where you get that V shape in the pelvis, like when you see really ripped models and stuff. That's the V, the Adonis belt. And that comes from the leg muscles reaching up into the pelvis. If you look, my pelvis is right here. These leg muscles are going right into it, okay? And these are separated. I'm going to show you how they're separated a little bit later in another video. But right, leg muscles settle right up into there. Okay? And this is how our front body is going to look. I mean, if you really want to get into it, we got, of course, our neck muscles going up into our head. You have our trapezius muscles, which go in the direction that it's kind of shaped right into our neck like that. I haven't really drawn muscles in a while, so I'm a little rusty. There's not too many muscles covering up our rib cage. That is definitely one of our less muscular areas on the body. And there's not going to be too much right here, right where this bone is. All right, and yeah, that's how you draw the front muscles. Let's take a look at the back, how the back muscles would look. Again, I'm going to start off with my rib cage. Depending on how much time we have in this video, I'm a little sad I'm only restricted to like 15 minutes because I want to do like side views and stuff. Maybe that might have to be saved for another video. So if we're looking at our back muscles, okay, let me kind of draw in a head as well to help visualize things. So I'm going to start off with the neck this time. All right, so this is my skull. I have my neck muscles coming down, right? But draw in the trapezius, because that's going to be really helpful. This trapezius part is shaped like this. All right? And it actually connects into some back muscles right here. I don't 100% know the name of it. And these muscles are going to come almost all the way down your spine. It might be useful to draw in a little spine here. Okay? All right. Now you're going to have kind of these big wings going around the rib cage that kind of connects into the shoulders a little bit. My hand's getting a little sore. And it's going to start around here. Again, this is if they're really muscular. It's going to come up around there. We got another muscle right here. This is the latissimus dorsi. I'm probably saying it wrong. We got a little bit of a back muscle right here. Now this muscle, this is what helps you do pull-ups, pull things down, a lot of pulling action. I mean, you can learn a lot of these muscles just from working out too. that's a good way to help visualize them, is actually utilizing them. Now, this is one of my favorite muscles to draw in the human body. Let's say we have kind of a punching motion happening. Yeah. And here is kind of my general shape of things. So I have my deltoid, which is my shoulder. I'm going to go into the arm muscles a little bit more in depth as well. This muscle, all right, is like attached to the deltoid around here, and it'll wrap around the body like that much. I think that's a really cool shape. So wherever your deltoid kind of is, you want it to follow, or you want the latissimus dorsi, this guy right here, to follow it. Yeah. And again, these aren't 100% proportionate. I'm just kind of drawing from the top of my head. But it's all right. So here we have our pelvis. A lot of these muscles go into the pelvis, all right? And here is where our glutes come in, the butt. Butt's relatively skinny in terms of muscle. Fat is another story. Here we have our abdomen. All right, I'm trying to remember how the butt muscles go. This is also where our leg kind of continues off of. Here we got a little dip. Here where you kind of see back dimples come in is where you see back dimples come in. My grammar gets messed up while I draw. Here you got the general idea of what the rear of someone's body looks like. There's just very thin muscles around the head too. All right, and this is, you can see where the arm muscles come in too. So, how much time do we got left? What are we working with? 13 minutes. There's only 2 minutes left. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Kind of highlighting the important masses to be drawing. Real quick, yeah, I guess this chest muscle, there's an important movement that comes with it. When you have your arm raised, like that, that's how you're going to see the deltoid. This chest muscle actually moves. So this is going to look normal, this side, but this is attached to that joint there, at least with the deltoid. I'm not 100% sure if it's the joint. And it changes like that. So this squared off shape becomes more of like an I shape. Okay? Of course, you can exaggerate it a little bit more depending on the pose. When the arms are coming in, like this, or they're crossing each other, can't really show it in this figure, the chest becomes a little bit more contracted. So that's something that you want to show as well.